So, hey everyone, my name's Gary Allen. I'm a realtor with United Realty Group in Las Vegas. And on this Zoom with us is an amazing person. Gayle Zientek is a fabulous realtor out of Michigan. I believe, Gayle, you do 40, 50 plus transactions a year, 100% by referral. Is that correct?
That is correct. We might not do 40 this year, but that's okay. COVID hit and 2 months we didn't work. So
Right, right. Well, I know consistently, I think last year you did 50 transactions, and I think that's generally where you're at. And so you perform at a very high level, but you also, a lot of realtors stress because of their lead generation is not where it needs to be. Uh, Correct me if I'm wrong, but your lead generation consists of you going in the office in the morning, opening up your computer, looking at Facebook, and you start to send cards and gifts to people. Is that correct?
that pretty much sums up what I've done over the past 10 years or so.
So I'm going to go ahead and let you take over because I know that you know what you want to say and how to say it. So everyone, please get out your notepad and pen. Take some notes because this is going to be money. I guarantee you that Gayle is going to give you information that's going to put money in your pocket. And so, Gayle, I'm going to go ahead and let you get started.
All right. Well, thanks, Gary. I appreciate you inviting me to share my story. It's always a joy because each time I get to share, I have different stories to tell. I have the favorites, the ones that are the long that have been going on now for the past 11 years. And then I have new stories that happened yesterday, right? So we started using, I'm just going to go back and tell you a little brief story. So back in 2006, I was the realtor in our BNI chapter, and it was about a year into that. We had a visitors day and I attended, and a week after visitors day, I went to my mailbox at my office and there was a card, and on the front was a picture of our business card. It said, "Nothing beats a great referral." And on the inside it was, "Hi Gayle, it was a pleasure to meet you at the BNI networking event last week in Kalamazoo. Love to get together for a Starbucks, see how I can help you grow your business. Frank." And I was like, I was wowed by the card. One, because when I first opened it, what did I see? I saw a picture of our business card. So right away, it drew me into the card. And someone that wanted to help me get referrals, absolutely. And so I met with Frank. I sent a card. I researched send out cards. And it was I think May 30th of 2007, that we signed up as affiliates with send out cards so that we could grow our real estate business. We didn't have a CRM at the time. I was 3 years into the business, about a stack of 75 closed files on my desk, but I knew I wanted to remember the people that we'd done business with, but I just didn't have a way to connect with them. And so what I saw in send out cards was the opportunity to, just a minute, I thought my phone was off and it's buzzing. We just listed. Okay, so segue. We just listed a lake property here at our lake. I think I pushed the button live about 2 hours ago, and we're getting showing requests coming in for that. How did we get that listing? That listing came because she's a financial advisor back in town. We network together. We hang out together in different in the same circle. And I've been to her home. I wasn't really close with them, but just friendly. And they knew we lived on the lake. They knew we were realtors. We've sent cards. And so when it came time to list the home, they really didn't ask someone else, even though their neighbor's mom is a realtor that's been in this area for dozens of years. So that's just a little segue that probably this might be a showing request. So we got started using send out cards, and we created our CRM. We added names. We started with our family, get out the old Rolodex. We started putting names in. Then I hired Julie to put in all of our past clients. And so they came into the send out cards database. And so that's been 13 years, Gary, and we have almost 7,000 contacts in our send out card CRM. It's the only CRM we've ever used in business, and it serves us well. So when I go on Facebook and I see my past clients, my friends, my family, my acquaintances living life out loud, sharing pictures, and I'm pausing in my day to connect and comment and um, create dialogue with them, sending cards and gifts in the mail. It's been it's that rhythm of prosperity that Cody Bateman talks about. And you get in that, the inner and outer prompting. So I have inner promptings: pause in my day, stop, comment, like, share, send a message, send a video message, send a card. And when I do that on a daily basis, it creates that positive energy. So I have a prompting to pause, I pause. The outer prompting is actually doing something with that inner prompting. So those of you who are listening right now, I want you to think, because you'll go throughout the day and these thoughts they'll come into your mind. We're bombarded with thoughts, but these thoughts come into our head. And what you do with those thoughts is what matters. Like you might think of somebody. Maybe it's a client, maybe it's a family member, maybe it's a friend, maybe it's someone you saw or you just connected with on Facebook, LinkedIn, Instagram. So if you have that thought, what are you going to do with it? Here's 4 things you can do with it. You can right away, I'm sure you're going to be carrying your phone with you. So get your phone out. And if you're seeing them on Facebook, you just engage. Give a heart, give a care, give a thumbs up. Do something to engage. This is what's creating your visibility. You create visibility with others when you engage with them. So you thought of them for a reason, you engaged with them, and now you have the opportunity to take that 1 or 2 steps further. Words create energy. So you have not just liking, like the drive-by likers and posters, but you have now the opportunity to share your energy through words. And that could be just commenting. That could be sending a video message. If you don't know how to do that, go on Messenger and you can, I've been doing this a lot, and it really draws people in. People are always like, yep, there was a showing request. I knew it. But when you're in Messenger, and you've got it pulled up, there's a little camera right down here next to, and so that brings up, so now guess what, you hold this button down and you can record a 20-second video. It's been really instrumental in helping me connect with people on a very personal level, because what happens when they hear your voice and they see you, they hear your emotion, they see your face, they look into your eyes, and then they feel something. And then opportunities to send cards. There's opportunities. Make it part of your practice. 2 to 3. Okay. Let's. It's the 1, 2, 3. Easy as 1, 2, 3. An hour a day on social media. 2 engagements, 2 posts. You need to post twice a day, and then send 3 cards a day. I guarantee you that when you post, what happens? People engage with you. So when you're posting on social media and people are engaging with you, that gives you visibility. It gives them visibility. It gives you the opportunity to take that relationship further. And so look for opportunities. Gary, you've probably gone over the different programs. I'm on the unlimited program. I could sit, Gary, and my prospecting, some realtors say, yeah, I prospect 3 hours a day, 9 to noon, I'm at the phones, I'm making phone calls. Well, I can say, okay, I'm 9 to noon, I'm sitting on my boat, looking through Facebook, I'm looking for opportunities to connect with people, to compliment people, to share kindness and gratitude with people, sending cards, sending gifts, and that's my prospecting. And the return on that, like you mentioned, is 100% referral business. And you said something else at the beginning. You said stress. Agents tend to stress about where's business going to come from. And I want to just let you all know that there's a certain amount of relief when you don't have to stress about where your business comes from. We all set intentional goals like, oh, I want to make X amount of money a year, or I want to sell X amount of homes a year. But when you can just get to the point in your business, in your life, where you go, who can I serve today, either emotionally or through business, then things start to come for you. So we've been able to do that. When we were in the COVID, so March 8th, my mother-in-law passed away. COVID hit March 17th, shut down. Michigan's shut down. On April 5th, my stepmom goes into hospice care in Las Vegas. Steve and I get in the truck. We loaded up the truck, moved to Beverly. We loaded up our truck, and we set out on a 4-day road trip to get to Las Vegas to spend the last days with my stepmom. She passed away on April 17th. We went to California to be with my mom for 2.5 weeks. Now, mind you, all the while, we're not open for business. Governor Whitmer has chosen to not allow real estate to be essential. So there's very limited things of what we could do. But here's what happened. I think we listed 2 homes coming home from California. And this is kind of funny. We listed the last 2 homes we listed was on a Friday, and they sold on Sunday. So this house we listed today, I'm expecting that it should sell by Saturday. Okay. So, but these are all people that, hey, when you get home, we need to talk. When you get home, we're ready to make this move. Hey, when you get home, how many of you would want, people know where we were. They knew we were out of state, out of mind, out of business for a moment, but they knew that they could count on us. And it's because of, over the years, Georgia Marcia, the last, they listed, it was probably 2 months ago. I was going through, it was when Steve's mom passed away. And you know how you go through pictures and you're looking for pictures to put on the memory boards? And I came across pictures from this couple. I babysat their son when he's now married and has 2 kids. So, he's grown. But I came across this family picture that they had sent, and I took a picture of it and I sent them a card with that on the front. And then that was right at quarantine time. And then, Gary, I sent this card. It was the hanging at home word search. And I sent this out to about 165 people. And it said, dear, it was actually on March 20th is when I sent it. Dear first name, thinking of you during this time of self-quarantine. What a year to remember. Our thoughts are with you. Text us when you get this card. What was the first word you found? Please stay safe and healthy. If you need someone to talk to, give us a call, Steve and Gayle. And then there's a word search. And then, of course, on the back is the branding, real estate branding, right? So it was the next week, Steve and I both started getting texts. I think I was up to about 3 dozen text messages from people. Hey, the first word I found was, calm, is which I feel in my new home. The first word I found was heartfelt. 2 people said the first word I found was snot. Now I know that's not in the card, but see what this did? It created conversations with people. And Georgia Marcia, the one I sent the family picture to, also got this card, are one of the ones that called and said, hey, we have a investment property we're ready to sell. That one listed on Friday, sold on Sunday. And so we don't always know where our business is coming from because we don't really seek it out. We keep our ears tuned out and listening, and we stay visible. I think it's super important as real estate agents to stay visible in who you are, what you do, so that and be vigilant on your knowledge, knowing what you're doing, knowing your craft, and then people feel comfortable. So VCP, visibility leads to credibility. You want to be a credible agent. How do you become credible? You become credible by your outward actions, the things that you do, the things that you learn. Always be learning, always be growing, always be reaching out. And then that leads to profitability. And Gary, you've heard me tell the Kiara story, right? Page 36 in The Power of Human Connection, if you read that book. And this goes back to 2011. Went to a networking event, took a picture of the winners of this cooking contest. Didn't know who they were. Took the business card off the table, created and sent a card. A week later, got a phone call. Hey, thanks for the card. That was awesome. What you don't know is my family and I are moving here from the east side of the state. I see that you're a realtor. Perhaps we should meet. And over the course of 9 years, it was 9 homes, maybe it was 10 years, 9 homes, $70,000 in commission earned from one card that was sent in celebration to someone I didn't know. And just last week, Kiara reached out again. Hey, mom and dad want lake living. Their budget's $700,000 to $800,000. They don't have to sell their home first before they buy the lake home, but then we'll want to sell that home when we're done. So I've been playing tag with Kiara on getting together. But see, I didn't solicit that business. But over the course of the last 10 years, we've stayed in touch. We've sent cards. We've gone to visit. We've been invited to 2 weddings. They treat us like family. We treat them like family. And if you're intentional about staying in touch with people over time, you're going to have the same results. As long as you're visible and credible, you'll be profitable.
Yeah, let me ask a question. See if I'm pretty sure you would agree with this statement. All realtors are generally out there in the ether with all the other realtors. And the fact of consistently sending heartfelt cards with pictures of their new car, or their Hawaii vacation, or their daughter graduated from college, or their pet passed away, consistently doing that takes from out there in the ether to top of mind, and then eventually to top of heart. And would you agree that top of heart is where the referral machine is at?
That's right, because they want the best for you, just like you want the best for them. You give the great service, and they're connected. Yes, it's an emotional connection when you can reach out. So when and it doesn't always it's really acting on those inner promptings, Gary. One of our past clients, her name's Megan. They bought a home last year, her and her husband and her 5-year-old son. And guess what? Now they're pregnant with twins, and she's due in August, 2 boys. Her mom passed away unexpectedly this spring, like totally broke her heart. So I had a prompting, right? Like I was remembering back when I had babies 40 years ago. But my mom was there for me, and she bought me new pajamas, and she was there. And so what did I have? A prompting to order Megan some pajamas. And I'm actually really excited to embrace her because she doesn't have her mom. So we have the ability to create that top of heart by acting on the promptings that are given to us on a daily basis.
So let's talk a little bit about that. When you say prompting, that is a thought, an urge. It's something that enters your mind quite often out of nowhere. What do you do with those?
Well, if they're strong, like with Megan, I'm like, gosh, she's got to be just missing her mom so much right now. She's got 2 more months before she's given birth, and she's having twins. And like, I was feeling the feels of her emotionally. Mm-hmm. And so I can't go shopping. It was like, we're still not shopping here. So I went on Amazon and I started looking at nightgowns, and I ordered a couple nightgowns, and they arrived and they're here. And I'm excited to share those with her. Her mom's memorial service is this Saturday. So I'll probably wait till after this is passed
Sure.
because see, that was a prompting, is to be the mom figure for her. That was the prompting. So what does that look like, Gary? It looks like, what, like, how did my mom treat me? And I don't know her. I met her mom a couple times when they were out looking at homes, but I didn't really know her mom, but I know a mom's heart. And so that was a prompting, and I acted. It could be as simple as, and when I go through social media, and you know, sometimes you kind of get sucked in, but there are certain things that when you see them, it kind of like you have a feeling, like it's a happy, or like the feeling hits you. That's a prompting. And so when I have those feelings hit me, I pause, I save the picture, and I send the card. And so if you do that over and over again, that's the inner to pause, the outer is the action.
Great. Do you have any examples of maybe in front of you, you've got some cards that you can kind of give an example of this card did this card did that?
Well, so client events. And we host, well, we host 2 a year, but this year's just exceptional. But we have a flower fest. So this is an invitation that we created. So all we have to, then we take pictures from the previous year, and then the invitations here and on the back. And so then when our clients come to pick up a flower baskets, we order flower baskets, and they come, and it's 2 hours on a Saturday. We get to talk, we get to interact, and they go home with a basket of flower. Well, this is Elizabeth. Elizabeth and her husband, Roger, were referred to us 4 or 5 years ago. And they had their beautiful property, acreage, home they built 35 years ago. And they were buying a condo. So we sold their home. And so last year, this is Elizabeth. She came to Flower Fest, and I always take pictures of it. I make sure to take pictures, become level 4 at taking pictures. And then on the inside, it's just, there's my little granddaughter, but it just said, and she told us, she came, and her husband, Roger, had passed away, and we didn't know that. And so I said, Elizabeth, seeing your smile today was wonderful. Thank you for coming to see us and picking out a plant also for the Brighams. See, the Brighams were who referred her to us, and they couldn't make it, so she took a plant to them. Hearing the news of Roger's passing saddened us. We will always think of the two of you as one. Have a blessed summer, Steve and Gayle. And then, you know, pictures of us on the back. But one thing that she told us at that event, Gary, was she goes, oh, that card, because I made a special card for her when they sold, because it was a special property. And she goes, that card you sent, it stays on our mantle. And she goes, Gayle, I'm not ever going to move again, but I have a big mouth, and everybody that comes into my house goes over to that card, reads that card, and I tell everybody about you. So the emotional impact that you have, I'm not worried. Like, I'm like, dang, come on, Elizabeth, I haven't gotten a referral from you. Well, like, what's up? You just told me to tell everybody about me. But I know in my heart that if someone needs our help of a real estate agent and they talk to Elizabeth, I know she's going to remember us because of how we made her feel 5 years ago, and how we make her feel every time we send. She says, I love getting your beautiful cards. So let's see. Oh, I can tell you, top of mind. So I'm on the receiving end of cards too, Gary. I got a whole bunch of them on the counter in there, but this one was special. This one is my grandson, Noah. And I picked Noah up, and I said, what's your favorite car? And he says, oh, a Lamborghini, blah, blah, blah. And I go, oh, really? I said, I have a friend that has a Lamborghini. And I said, would you like, if I call him, would you like to go see it? So I called my friend Ravi, and so I posted these pictures on Facebook. Check it out. There's the front. So Ravi took Noah for a ride, and then Noah got to sit in the car, but it came from my friend Bonnie Getz, who's a realtor in Ventura, California. So I'm not going to throw this card away. And who am I going to think of if I ever have someone moving to Ventura, California?
That's right. I
right?
I keep in touch with realtors across the country with send out cards, and in the last month I have gotten 2 referrals. It is amazing. I think that there's 5 main ways to use send out cards: FISBOs, expireds, open houses, loving on your network, and staying in touch with realtors across the country. And there's hundreds of other ways to use it, but those 5 ways just in itself are so powerful. And there's so much for the little bit of money that you spend for this product. Outside of the money that it brings you being a realtor, the joy that we're able to share with people makes it is worth it in and of itself. But it's really amazing that along with that joy comes a lot of referrals and a lot of business.
Well, and I we're all entrepreneurs, Gary. So back 13 years ago, and I remember looking at my husband, I said, this is a business opportunity as well. Like, we're signing up as distributors, And I thought, well, if I think this is really great and I refer it to other people, and that creates a cash flow, that's a pretty good deal. So you know what, Gary, when we were gone, when real estate stopped on March 17th, and it didn't resume until May 12th, the residual income that we make from having shared send out cards over the last 13 years paid our bills.
Yeah.
It
It
paid our
really
bills.
helped me as well. I've been an affiliate now for about 5.5 years. And for those of you listening, you may be interested in having another stream of income. You may not, and that's totally fine either way. But there are some folks that just want to pay for their marketing. And so with something like this, and I'm going to get in and go over some different plans and costs, but you can have this where, you share send out cards with a few people, and now your marketing is paid for. So, I mean, besides being, I think, the most effective tool for realtors, being able to have it for zero cost is just unbelievable.
Right. And I have a oh, I present, it's continuing education. Yeah, that. I presented to a group of realtors because everything was closed down. So the Women's Council of Realtors here in Michigan invited me to give a presentation. So I'm sitting on the patio out in Palm Desert, California on April 28th, and I gave the presentation. And it's all about social media, your smartphone, and snail mail, and how those, and we discussed that a little bit in detail here today. But Nancy was on that. Nancy, like, I didn't sell send out cards on that. It was all, I shared examples just like I share with you, because like, this works, it's magic. and and Nancy signed up, and that was her thing. I'm just gonna pay, if I can pay for my marketing. And she zoomed, she just was announced as a new manager with send out cards in her first 30 days. And she told me last night on the phone, she's like, Gayle, I can't believe the money that is coming in from me just sharing this. The value I get out of sending these cards is totally amazing. And when I look at it, it's like, it just keeps going. Now I can send more and more and more and more cards, because, we all have budgets. We all have marketing budgets that we need to adhere to be studious, or
Financially responsible.
financially responsible in our businesses. But when you can offset that cost with money that comes back in, it really gives you the ability. And Gary, I know when you go over the different plans and packages with these folks that, I'm on the unlimited. I don't have to think twice about sending a card, because I pay a fee once a month, and every heartfelt card, every pause I make in my day to reach out in kindness and send a card, it's paid for. So
Yeah.
there's no excuse for me not to pause 3 to 5 to 7 times a day when that urge, that prompting comes.
I send out about 300 cards a month for $100 a month. And if you crack those numbers, that ends up being about 33 cents per card, which is less than the actual cost of the stamp, because it's a 55-cent stamp that goes on there. So the
Hmm.
first question that comes from people, well, how can they do this? Well, they have different types of plans. They have gifts. They're fine. They have crunched the numbers. This is a very profitable plan for the company. It's not going away. Take advantage of it. Get on the unlimited plan and send out 5 to 10 cards a day. Meet 3 new people every day. Send them a nice to meet you card. I mean, this tool, I honestly believe, is the best tool for realtors, bar none. And I'm sure you feel the same way.
Well, I've used it for 13 years. I've been exposed to many other opportunities and different, but it's my one thing. It's send out cards is my one thing that has been constant in our business and led to more and more business, um, without really even having to work hard at it.
And you can honestly say that send out cards has made hundreds of thousands of dollars in real estate commissions for you.
Oh, no doubt.
Yeah, yeah. And
Each year, Gary, each year.
yeah, all right, all right, all right. Well, Gayle, thank you so much for spending some time with us. I'm going to go ahead and you're welcome to stay with us, but I'm going to go ahead and share my screen and talk a little bit about some different plans. And I really want to thank you for sharing your kindness and your heart and your knowledge with us today. I know it's going to be really beneficial.
Oh, you're welcome. And I do have to run because I have to go get something to eat.
Perfect.
So
Thank you so much,
thank
Gayle.
you, betcha.
All right,
And take care, everybody.
take
Bye
care.
bye.
Gayle is phenomenal. She does such a great job for her clients, and she makes a great living. And she uses send out cards exclusively to grow her business. So, guys, I want to show you a little bit about the different plans that are available. We have a basic pay-as-you-go plan that doesn't cost anything unless you send a card. Every time you send a card, the card will cost $2.75 plus the stamp. So that's what $3.20 per card. Fully customizable, and so even at that price, that's a great value because it's very quick and it's still probably half the price of what you would pay for a non-customizable card down at Hallmark. But it's really good for grandma to send out a couple cards a month. It's not really a proper plan for a professional. The enhanced plan at $17 a month opens up the entire send out cards platform for campaigns, the full relationship contact manager, gives you a lower price point of $2.25 per card plus the stamp. That equals $2.80 per card, which is better than the basic price. You get a 15% discount on gifts. The card a day plan is basically 30 cards a month. There's no postage included on this, so if you send out 30 cards, your monthly cost will be about $54 or so. It's great, but I think the best plan for realtors is the unlimited plan here. The unlimited plan is such an amazing value. For $97 a month, you can send unlimited cards, including postage. As I mentioned, I send out about 300 cards a month, about 10 cards a day for $100 a month, which ends up being about 33 cents per card, which is less than the price of the stamp. So it's such a phenomenal value. Guys, we're all in the people business. And so when we have a tool like this, I say take advantage of it. If you're on any other type of plan, you're going to be thinking dollars every time you push the send button. But if you're on the unlimited plan, you just use it and use it and use it. So I really encourage you to get the unlimited plan. It's going to do wonders for your business. Now, a few of you do farming, or you go after FISBOs or expireds. And on the unlimited plan, while you can send unlimited heartfelt cards, which is one card going to one person immediately, it's not like one card going to many people. One card going to one person immediately, you can send unlimited cards, including postage. But if you're doing a group card, let's say a just sold card to the neighborhood, or if you're doing a campaign where you put someone into a campaign where they get a birthday card, an anniversary card, and maybe a holiday card automatically, those are what they call system sends. And under the unlimited plan, those cards are $1.75 plus the stamp. It ends up being about $2.30 per card. However, if you do a lot of system sends, you may want to take a look at the system package.
This is an annual amount, $395. It reduces your card's price down to about $1.31 rather than the $1.75. So it ends up being $1.86 per card rather than $2.30 per card. And then lastly, I just want to touch bases with you on if you want to be an affiliate like I am, then it's $97 I think for the first year, and then 70. I think it's $99 the first year, and then $79 the year after. That may be attractive to you. It may not. So I have found that by using send out cards, it has helped me to stay in touch in a very easy, heartfelt way, and it's really paid me a lot of money. So if you have any questions about this and about how to use this successfully, please reach out to me. My number is 702-610-4539. A text is probably best, as you know. But I want you to also go on my website, www.sendoutcards.com/go mobile. And you can send a card for free. I want you to see how easy it is to use, and I know that you'll get a good reaction from the person that you send the card to. And now that you are, once you send the card, then you are on the pay-as-you-go plan, and then if you choose to, you can upgrade to one of the different subscriptions. So reach out to me if you have any questions, and I'll be glad to meet with you either in person or by Zoom and show you everything that you need to take this tool and really use it to put some money in your pocket. All right, take care, everyone. Bye-bye.